and dividing a subnetwork, single network into multiple networks, converting host bits to network bits, converting zeros into. So that's what, as I discussed, the host bit you are adding to the network, leftmost host bit you are adding to the network. That means converting 0 into 1. Subnetting is also called pixel length subnet mask. So subnetting can be done in 3 ways: requirement of network, requirement of host, Cisco notation. So basically you need to understand how many systems are there. Based on that, how you want to divide it. If you have a only 16 system, so if 256 are maximum 256, how many you can divide it? 16, 256 by 16. So there are 8 networks you can, or 16 networks you can divide it. But however, so if you look into that, only the 254 systems are available. If you divide in 254, you can add only the 6 networks. So 6 subnets. We look into that also. There is some companies having 100 PC, which class IP address you will using in this network? Class C, because they are lesser than lesser than 100. So the 256 is the C class. So that's what C class. If they have 5 departments, so you can further divide into like this. Am I right? You will give that 5 departments into these ways. Okay, 1.1, 1, 2, 20, 21. But however, they are not broadcast domain. They don't have a separate domains. Even the 1.1 sending a message to 1.20, that will go to 21, 40, 41, 61, even the 81 also, 78, 99, everywhere it will go. So this is very difficult to understand. So, but interdepartment communication should not be possible. So solution is that allocate a different network to each department. That means either you have to 2.1, 3.1, 4.1, 5.1. What is the problem if you divide into like this? Because these are separate networks, 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot. So they cannot communicate to each other. In the above scenario, interdepartment communication is not able. You require router everywhere for every 2 departments. That is very costly affair. So you have to use subnetting is only the 100. So like you need to do this power table, you have to learn this power table, and you have to understand this subnet value. If you add 1 bit in the 128 1.00 mask, if you add 2 bits as a ones, 192, 3. So that's what always subnet max 255.258.258.128.192.224. If you are adding 255, only one mission. 254, if you are adding 2 missions a part of that. 252 is like a 4 missions. 248 like 8 missions. 240 60 missions. 32 missions, 64 mission, and this is only the 128 missions. Of course, you have to take 2 missions out. So based on the number of missions, you can use this subnet mask. So that is where you need to understand. You have any questions? Let me see that by this time. So again, we will go to the editing of Linux. Oh, there are different questions are there, not about this network. People may be knowing that. MAC address need to correct. Please allow me my voice. Subhash Chand to host. Subhash Chand, Naresh, can you add the Subhash Chand voice?
Which one, sir?
Mr. Subhash Chand. Maybe I did wrong somewhere. You wanted to inform that same. Hello, my audio is requesting. Mr. Subhash, you are available.
Hello.
Yes, please, Subhash ji.
Yes,
Where
sir.
I did wrong?
No, sir. Good evening, Murthy, sir. Just I want to listen
Please.
more about actually MAC address. You decide that you define that used for communication between computer on the same network. And if you go beyond the same network, you need IP address only.
Yes.
But it is very just it is confusing.
See, please do not confuse.
Technically, maybe wrong, maybe right. But if we have 2 computer and without IP assigning the IP, can we communicate on the MAC address?
Yes, you can communicate it.
How?
See, this is what one assignment you can take it. See, you connect without any switch. A cross cable is no. I'm telling that cross cable. If
Yes,
you connect
yes.
two computers and start and run and collect while install in one of the computer, and if you can do this assignment, it's not part of this courseware. For understanding the purpose, I'm telling that two computers, two Windows machine or one Windows or one Linux machine, anything you can take it. Okay, then connect a cross cable between these two computers.
But
Okay,
these
and
computer,
collect packets one of the machine without
but
giving
these,
any network
yes,
IP address.
yes, without switch and hub, you need cross cable, but IP address is there.
No, it's there is no. I am saying now, don't give IP address. Don't configure anything. Only configure the MAC addresses. Physical
MAC
address. There is
address,
no need
MAC
of
address पे
configuring the physical
communication क्या
addresses.
होगा sir? MAC address पे communication क्या होगा? Can we access the file from other computer or this?
No, you cannot
But
access.
what communication will be done
See,
by MAC address?
we need to understand they can talk to each other.
How? Means,
Communication is basically between two peer-to-peer devices to transfer packets as much as faster. That's what
but
I explained.
communication means sorry for interruption. Communication means either the computer itself doing any communication or by any application. Suppose I need to access second computer. Is only MAC address is sufficient?
See, that's what you need to, we'll understand more on this layer system. See, if user can only look about this, anything he can do by himself of a computer and of a network is in the only application layer. Let's say you are sending an email.
As a layman, this is become some confusing. Technically, it is right.
Let me first understand this concept. Whatever I'm trying to
No,
explain.
we know cross cable and all these things, but we have to
leave that. Leave that. That is
Windows.
You try that. That is one assignment. I'm telling that you can try and see the packets. What kind of packets are coming? That is only I'm telling. Coming to that point, so layers are 7 layers are there. When it is coming to the user is basically can see only applications in a computer. Am I right? If you want to sending an email,
Yes.
what that you use generally either browser or an email application like an Outlook Express. Without these two, you cannot send email. That is what. Is it that okay? You agree with that?
Just like if you bound the MAC address and you want to use.
No. I'm coming to the MAC address. I wanted to explain the entire process. So when you want to send an email as a user, you will only use either browser or an Outlook Express or anything else will use it.
Sir, just if you read about your in presentation, MAC address used for communication between two computers on the same network.
I'm coming there. You please answer my question one by one, so I'll come there. So, as a user, what exactly use it for communicating between two computers? So use only application. Am I right? So application layer will support that. But when the packets are traveling from application to next layer is the transport layer. Okay, transport layer will next talk to physical network layer. Network talk to data link layer. Then data link layer will talk to down the physical layer. Then only the packet leaves from your computer to other side, wherever the packets are going. When packets are going in between, I also explained that can take a different route, different ways based on the number of packets and based on.
Sir,
when you have a number of devices in between the communication, each peer-to-peer device will try to use MAC address.
I am not questioning anymore. Just I want to know. Simple thing is how communicate without assigning the IP address. Can MAC address communicate to each other without assigning the IP address? Can MAC address communicate to each other?
It's possible in some of the cases like IoT devices. We cannot give as much as when but they were sending to. Suppose let's say
we are talking about the computer and it is simple. जस्ट आपको थोड़ा सा मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ कि इसको थोड़ा सा अगर एलोबरेट कर देते, बिकॉज कंफ्यूजन ये होता है कि इफ वी वांट टू कम्युनिकेट टू विद टू कंप्यूटर वी नीड ओनली मैक एड्रेस.
See, when the I'm telling in this way, when two computers talking to each other by themselves, no involvement of user, they can use MAC address. When a user is involved,
if I have multiple if I have multiple NIC, then
yes,
which MAC address communicate to each other?
So based on that, how they both are communicating, which network card is enabled. Suppose let's say you have two network cards are there. Two network cards are like if the two computers are connected each other, whichever the network card is connected, that only they will talk to that. Let's say example of one is network card, one is Wi-Fi card. If any other Wi-Fi device is there, they will talk to each other.
Okay.
See, let's say example in the Wi-Fi router is there at your home. Okay. See, when you are started, you will understand there is a Wi-Fi router is there. If you want to connect it. We never told to the Wi-Fi router visibility to be this way because they two talk to each other. Your
No,
Wi-Fi,
sir. No,
your laptop
it is DHCP IP allotted. That's why they are communicate to each other, not on the MAC address.
DHCP.
Yes.
It's not required, sir. DHCP.
See, without
DHCP.
Okay, sir. You may be right. Sorry, sir.
It's not only required DHCP. That's what I'm saying. That suppose let's say I have a little teeny devices. Little teeny devices. I kept a gateway for them. Like little teeny devices are to connect forward the Wi-Fi things to my gateway. Where the gateway IP, I given the gateway only IP address.
How we will connect without IP?
Yes, there are possibilities are there. That's what I'm telling. No. See,
no, sir.
I'm using a sensor.
I'm just confused, sir. I'm just confused.
Don't confuse. There are example I'm telling you. There is a sensor is there. Where sensor I given a MAC address. I configured gateway. This MAC address should be connected to this gateway by default.
No, sir. IP and MAC address. MAC address will be bound on the IP address. Without IP address, I think so. It cannot communicate on the MAC address.
So that's what I'm saying. You connect to two computers, connect a cross cable, and in one of the computer you host, you install Wi-Fi and see the packets. You don't do any communication. Whether the two
let us see in practical, sir. Okay, sir.
Using.
Let us see in practical if it is. Okay.
That is where you need to test by yourself. There is a two computers you take it, and in between you use cross cable. One of the computer you install Wireshark and see that whether the packets are coming or not. Whatever the packets. See, a network is not only the application. Network is even the data link layer network also. So ARP protocol runs up to that value. So you may be understanding more when discussing the protocols of the each layer. ARP packets, their address resolution protocol, which talks about that what is the IP address. If any computer when you start, if it is part of the network, it asks that what is your IP address. At that time, IP address is not there. It doesn't know, no, that other system doesn't know about your IP address. It asks that what is your IP address. Oh, they know each other, they have IP address. You know that you allocated IP address for both systems, but how these two computers will understand that they have IP address, what kind of IP address they have. And moreover, when coming to back to here, I'll try again. If you look into this, I clearly explained these things. This would be useful when see, it's not only LAN, peer-to-peer devices. Let's say take example of this router. If you look into this router, just I'll make it slide. So from current slide. See, if you look into that, this router belongs to my organization. This part is my organization. This router is internet. If both are there, let's say there are two organizations are there, both are connected to BSNL. So that in Hyderabad, my office is behind the RCI. RC is also having the BSNL router. I am also BSNL router. they also talk to each other. The packet is belongs to me, I'll simply forward other side. For that, a user, these two routers doesn't require users. See, because of the systems, we are able to access. But who was telling to the routers? IP address only. But if we everything taking on IP address, it would be that communication is as much as takes a lot time. So there are series of packets, like a 1 to 100 packets are traveling with respect to between two devices, where router is in between. Two routers are in between the two systems, like these two systems are there. The first packet only they will see the IP address. The remaining packets only they see that the MAC address is there, because by the time they register this MAC address of that IP address through ARP, okay, this is the IP address, the MAC address from forward to that router side. Forward that router, rather than without seeing the above layers. This one, that is where it would be useful. So they are mostly peer-to-peer communication. Now coming back to here also, see these only these two systems can talk to each other within LAN. But these two systems, there is a device is there in between. So this device is understanding these two MAC addresses. That's what is making as a faster. So even though they have 192.168.1.1 IP address, but they are prefer to transfer the packets on based on the MAC address. That is where is a peer-to-peer communication. The MAC address would be used. Straight away, I can say that is LAN is required TCP/IP. Actually, is not required. So, but LAN users are using applications. TCP/IP is required. Otherwise, there is no requirement of TCP layer and IP layer for connecting the communicating by themselves. Here I'm telling the point, communicating by themselves without user involvement. So one example is that if you have a sensor you install in the field of agriculture, the sensor, if you give that, what is that sensor size, memory and RAM memory, everything. So keeping IP address for each and everything would be difficult. They will configure in such a way that they register MAC addresses and they give the gateway as a MAC address of that particular Wi-Fi. All these sensors will push the data where gateway is connected with IP address to the respective server. Because application, when it is came, IP address is required, because IP address sits between network and application. So that hardware and application, when you are looking the layers, the above layer is application, down layer is data link layer, in between network and transport layer will come, ports will come. Am I right? So please understand this concept, so that the establishing a LAN, there is no requirement of IP address. There are so many methods are there. IPX, SPX is there. NetB protocol is there, where if your systems only, your systems are only in Windows systems, the NetB protocol can become as part of this one. So that is what is not successful, because only the Microsoft machines can connect in LAN. They cannot talk to Linux machines. For that, there is no IP. They have their own methodology, IPX, novel network, LAN, where they were IPX methodology they are using. They have a different system. Of course, they enabled the layer and compatible with this one and used IP address. But most of the LAN systems in the LAN network in the 90s, it's not required. Only when use applications, the applications are required, because applications are top layer, your hardware is low layer. Anything your hardware should talk to applications, IP address is must. Otherwise, IP address is not required. Only for connecting, exchanging the information. And it is coming to the peer-to-peer devices, this MAC address would be very useful. Okay, thank you. And I request Mr. Tayyib to take care of the Linux-based this one. And again, we'll come back to layers, understanding layers and various protocol, and understanding through Wireshark, what are those packets, how the packets are important when it is coming to the security. Thank you very much.